Yes, I'm wearing an orange outfit. It's a little snug, so it was a real rind to get into. And my favorite movie as an orange is, of course, Pulp Fiction. Oh man, oh man. And as a fruit, I just think that I'm the zest in life. I know, those are terrible orange jokes, but I'm wearing this for you, so just take it and enjoy it. But we're going to do a little bit of a baby food taste test. Now, I just want to say, I haven't eaten any baby food whatsoever for a lot of years. But I'm going to get my blindfold on, Lauren's going to come and switch these things around, and I'm going to try and tell you what I'm eating, and I'll be honest of what I think it is. All right. Here we go. Number one. I don't even know if the spoon is right side up or not. Okay. Oh man, I'm on my palate, the first thing I taste is a little bit of banana. I get a little bit of a banana taste in there. And I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be an orange flavor. Maybe a mango-ish. Banana, mango, that's what I'm thinking on that one. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Oh, tastes like, I don't even know, prune maybe? Maybe some sort of berry, but it also tastes like rotten kale and stuff. Not that I've ever eaten that before, but that was not pleasant. I hope this is like cheeseburger. Ooh, that's yuck. I don't know. There's a hint of pear. It's very smooth though, like almost too smooth, like it's been very much like machined into submission or something as they made it. It's just, all right, let's taste this one here. Last one, last but not least. I'm praying for hot wing baby food, but it's not gonna happen. Oh, that was upside down. Right off the bat, that one, it tastes very much apple. I say that one is apple. Apple. So let's see how I did. I don't know. I hope I did well. That was fun. I hope you have fun. Hey, let me go and get back to Tent Talks. I'm just going to go and peel myself out of this thing. Well, that was fun, and let me just tell you that baby food tastes gross. I seriously don't know how they live on it. But anyway, welcome to 10 Talks, and I just want to say that if you haven't seen any 10 Talks yet, you don't know what we're talking about a series called Fresh or Foul, about the fruit of the Spirit that Paul lists out in Galatians 5, verses 22 to 23. And we talked about how God, when you decided to follow Jesus, He plants a seed in you, and that seed is His Spirit, which He puts in you to produce godly things, the fruit of the Spirit for all of His Jesus followers. And He puts that seed in us to produce that fruit so that we can become more like Jesus. So in past weeks, we've already talked about love, talked about joy, peace, and patience. And today, we are going to also be talking about kindness. You know, back in the day, there's a phrase, when I think of the word kind, there's one phrase that comes, and it's from video stores. Now, back in the day, I know, you may not even know what it is. Here, I even got on my t-shirt, I have a picture of a video cassette. We didn't have Netflix or streaming or anything like that, so we would actually have to go to the video store, rent a video cassette, and they'd all be all over the walls. You have to go and pick which one you wanted, rent it, bring it home, and watch it. And you know what, there's a pet peeve of everybody in that time is if you got the tape and you got it home and the person before you forgot to rewind it. What a letdown. You get home, you press play, you're ready to watch a movie, and all of a sudden, it doesn't work. And you have to press the button, and in those days it took a bunch of minutes to rewind the tape. So video stores knew that, so they had a huge slogan that said, "Be kind, rewind." And it was on the tapes itself with stickers, on signs all over the video stores. Well, kindness in the New Testament doesn't just mean rewinding your tape, but it means this. It means tender concern or a tender heart. And in that, it also is used as a verb, and it means useful. So when the Bible talks about being kind, it's talking about having a tender concern, tender heart, mercy, compassion, and doing something that's useful, the verb of acting that out to people. It's when our tender heart, our compassion for someone is connected to our actions. Well, we don't have to look far for examples of this kind of kindness in the Bible. You actually have to look no further than God Himself and Jesus Christ. Although lots of other people are kind to the Bible too, it just starts right from the beginning. Our salvation comes directly as a result of God's kindness, His love, and His mercy towards us. We read that in Titus 3, verses 4 and 5. And it says this: "But when the kindness and love of God our Savior appeared, He saved us, not because of the righteous things we had done, but because of His mercy." Did you get that? When the kindness and love of God our Savior appeared, He saved us. In the Old Testament, you can think of Elijah and the widow of Zarephath. Okay? In 1 Kings 17, 8-24, and it's a story where God provided for them. They had no food, and He provided oil and flour for this widow to prepare food for Elijah and take care of them. And then even later, her son ends up dying, and God shows even more care and compassion and kindness and raises her son again from the dead. Well, in the New Testament, there's numerous stories that reflect the kindness of Christ. We can think of things like the Samaritan woman at the well, the fact that Jesus ate with sinners, He healed lepers, He was kind to both the Jews and the Gentiles, both to the righteous and the unrighteous. And I just love the picture of when He restored Peter after Peter denied Him 3 times when Jesus was arrested. A little bit later on the lakeshore, Jesus kindly restores him. Jesus was kind. And when we show kindness and we show the kindness of God to others, well, we're tender-hearted when we do that. We're benevolent like Jesus. And you know what? We're useful to others, and we're reflecting God's love and mercy and concern and kindness to all of humanity. There's a phrase that is used a lot which says random acts of kindness, to reflect when people do spontaneous things, spontaneous acts of kindness for someone else. And I like that. I think we should all be doing that, but I want to ramp it up a little bit to a different phrase and call it this: regular acts of kindness. Not just once in a while, but regularly happening in our lives as part of our everyday lives. Kindness should be an integral part of who we are as Jesus followers. You see, the Bible teaches us that we don't start out kind. We don't start out in this world as good. Actually, it's on the contrary. We start out selfish. We start out sinful. And only through God's Spirit planted in us can we be transformed to be more like Jesus, to be kind, tender-hearted, compassionate, useful, not only to those to whom it is easy to be kind, because that's easy. Anyone can do that. But even to be kind to our enemies. Only the power of God can help us do that. And only in His Spirit in us can help us do that. Give room for God to cultivate kindness in you, to grow kindness in your life. Look for opportunities to be kind. There's a lot of things you can do. You can offer someone your seat. You can help someone carry something heavy. You can rake someone's leaves and not ask for money. You can give someone $1 or $2 if they need it. Put coins in a parking meter when someone's parking runs out. You can wheel out your neighbor's trash. You can post a positive or encouraging comment on someone's Instagram. The opportunities are actually endless. We set goals for ourselves all the time, and I want to challenge you to set a kindness goal for yourself every day. Find something you can do to be kind to someone and set a goal to do that each day. Or set a goal to be able to look for things so that you're actually acting out your kindness. Have a kindness goal and live that out. Because you never know what one seemingly insignificant thing can mean in a person's life. And there's a story I'm going to share just at the end Our church used to have Mom's Place. It was a home for unwed teen moms. And I was a part of that as part of the youth pastors here and working with some of the girls who were there. And one of the girls, she had a baby. And as I often did, I would go and get a flower, a little vase with a flower and a little teddy bear or something like that, and come and bring it to them and visit them in the hospital when they had their babies. Well, about 2.5 to 3 years afterwards, this one girl who we still kept in contact with, she was moving. She needed help moving, and so I went over there and I was helping her move. And you know what? In a prominent place, displayed on a shelf in her home, was this vase that I had bought her. And inside it were the original flowers, who were so old and shriveled up and terrible. But you could tell that she had great concern for that, and she was very careful with it. And what I found out was this, that in her life there had been no other person ever who had ever bought her flowers. And so she kept those things on her shelf, and it meant so much to her that somebody else would buy her flowers. You know what? It was insignificant to me. I just bought flowers and a teddy bear like I usually did. But it was that piece of kindness that I thought was insignificant really deeply impacted her. And I just love to think that it was someone from the church, it was a follower of Jesus, who was being kind and sharing God's love and kindness with her. In Ephesians 4:31 and 32, it says, "Get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice." And it says this, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as Christ forgave you." Well, my 10 talkers and junior high Jesus followers, that's it for this week. I want to challenge you to let your love light shine by being kind. See you later.